can't limit yourself. That's what he told me. You can't limit yourself. Some people come here as a host and become a server. Some people start off as a host, become a bartender or a car side. It's so much stuff you can do, and I don't want you to limit yourself. And then he said, open them. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Candace, better known as CC. You see me what? And today we are back with another video. Y'all saw the title. Let's get straight into it. We're gonna go all the way back to about a couple months ago. I applied for Applebees at a different location, and it was Carside. Mind you, there's an app called Indeed. That's where I applied for the job. But basically, they asked for an interview, and I couldn't follow through because I didn't have a ride. So I planned for it at a certain time, but I couldn't go. So I was blown about that because I really wanted to work at Applebee's. Now, fast forward to last week, I applied to Applebee's again through the Indeed app, but something told me they're not gonna reach back to you. Something told me that, like, they're not gonna reach out to you. You might have to reach out to them. So the next day I was like, bruh, I need a job. I need to get a job. So I called them. I called the Applebee's that I wanted to apply for. And I told them I filled out an application on Indeed. I just wanted to know if it was received or not. So I don't know who it was. I think it was the hiring manager. And they were saying, like, asking me for my information, what my name was, when did you apply, what did you apply for, stuff like that. And then they let me know, okay, you can go ahead and come in for an interview. Do you think this time works for you? Would this time work for you? I was like, yeah, I'll be there. So I was excited, really excited that I got another opportunity to work at Applebee's, because Applebee's is really dope. A couple days ago, I went to the first interview. The lady there, I'm gonna just tell y'all exactly how I went. I went in, I went straight to the person at the bar. He was dope. Off the jump, he was dope. He seemed really chill. I asked him if there's somebody that, I asked for the interviewer's name. And he said, that person's not in today, so I'll get you somebody else. Would you like something to drink? Stuff like that, right? So I went to go sit at one of the bar tables. And then the interviewer came to go interview me, right? So I was nervous. I was extremely nervous. I felt awkward because, I don't know, it was my first time in a while doing an interview. The last time I did an actual interview was when I was in college. And it wasn't like an interview. It was more like chatting, stuff like that. So I never had an actual one-on-one interview. So I was nervous. Like, I was just answering questions, so yeah. I couldn't get a clear sentence out. She'll ask me a question, and I'll give, like, short answers, basically. She asked me what my weaknesses are, what my strengths were. It took me, like, I was just thinking. I was like, well, my strengths is da-da-da. It was just awkward for me because I wasn't used to that, right? Okay, let me stop rambling. So she was like, you're nervous, aren't you? I was like, yeah. One thing about me, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you're gonna know if I'm nervous or not. I'm not gonna put on a front and be like, oh, I'm so confident, because I wasn't. I was nervous and I really wanted the job. So, and I didn't really practice like that, which I should have, but I don't know. I guess I was just too excited. I don't know. So towards the end of the thing, she says, I like you. You seem nice. You seem chill. So I'll let you know with this information. I'll let you know if there's a second interview. And that's basically what she said. So she was like, have a good day. I said the same thing to her. Her vibe was amazing. Literally, her vibe was off the charts. I feel like we could have been friends. She said she liked me. So this is the crazy part, right? So I left the restaurant and I walked to the car. I got in the car. We're driving past the restaurant, right? The lady that just interviewed me, she's coming out and she has like a paper in her hand, like she's looking for something, right? I'm like, that's weird. Like, I just had an interview with her. Where's she going? Like, I didn't know where she was going, because I thought she was going to the back. So we go past, and I'm trying to wave at her to let her know, like, hey, I see you, hi. And she's like this, looking in the car, and then she's like, she points like hard as hell, and then she jogs over to the car and she says, I like you, like loud. Come in Monday at 11 o'clock a.m. Yeah. And then she jogs back off. I'm like, I was so happy. Because she made it clear that she liked me. Even though I was awkward and I was nervous, she still made it clear that, hey, I want you to work with me, girl. Like, she still, So, that was a great moment. Now, I went to the interview. I went to the second interview. I'm excited, but I'm also extremely nervous. I was looking up stuff, like, trying to learn more about the history of Applebee's, trying to educate myself a little bit more. I know some of the menu items, but I'm not too familiar with everything. I know that's a family restaurant, neighborhood restaurant, stuff like that, but I didn't know everything. Like, I was really trying to study. I really was. I was just super nervous. I could barely get sleep. I was just so nervous. I get to the Applebee's. I let them know I'm here for an interview. They ask me my name. I tell them. They told me to go wait at the bar table. So I wait. This is a different person now. I believe this is the manager. Okay? I think that's who he is. That's probably going to be my manager when I get the job. So, he introduced himself. We shook hands. He introduced himself. I introduced myself. He sat down. Told me a little bit about the job. Told me, like, how it is working there. And how he is. He was like, oh, I'm tired. Like, I was staying up long time, busy. It was a busy day. We exchanged laughs a couple times, but then it got to the point where he asked me questions. He was like, okay, well, why do you want to work at Applebee's? Or when are you going to be available? It wasn't the questions that I thought he was going to ask based off of YouTube, okay? Because YouTube videos where it has like the interview questions, you don't need all of that. I overwhelmed myself by looking at all the interview questions. They didn't even ask me all of the questions. It was just like, I think he only asked me like 4 questions. It wasn't nothing too serious. So, this is when I got my answer, whether or not I was hired. So he asked me a question, and it was like the thing about this manager, he's so interactive and fun. It's like he spiced it up a little bit. It's not just a question, it's a game question. I don't know how to, you know how in Family Feud, he'll ask you a question, but like, I don't know. Never mind. I'm gonna just tell y'all what he did. So he asked me, he had these. I'm gonna just show y'all what he had. These are the things he had in front of him, right? He put these on the table and then he wrote inside of them. And he asked me a question. He was like, there are several opportunities at Applebee's. Which one do you choose? That was the question, right? He told me to ask him the question back to him. Repeat the question back to him. And for some reason, I struggled. Maybe I was nervous at the time. I don't know what it was. But for some reason, I struggled telling him. I was like, there are opportunities here in Applebee's. How many do you want? It was I don't know. It's like I messed it up for some reason. And I didn't know why. Because I heard him. But it was weird. And he even told me, like, he had to ask, like, a couple girls 70 times for their answer. Or for them to repeat it back to them. And I was like, dang, how is it that hard for me to just, you know? And then he told me, he was like, pay attention to the question. He said, I am giving you multiple opportunities. There are multiple opportunities at this job, at Applebee's. Which one do you choose? And then I looked at these. And I thought about he told me to pay attention to the words he was saying. And I thought about opportunities, right? So I said, all of them. I said, all of them. He said, why? And then I said, because they're opportunities. They're opportunities. Meaning you can gain something. It's not saying you have to go to that, but it's more opportunities for you. And then he said, that's it. That's what it was. You can't limit yourself. That's what he told me. You can't limit yourself. Some people come here as a host and become a server. Some people start off as a host, become a bartender or a car side. It's so much stuff you can do, and I don't want you to limit yourself. And then he said, open them. So, and it was 4 of these. I have 3 right now. I think the other one is somewhere on the desk. But he said, open them. I don't think y'all can see. It says hired. Now in my mind, I'm thinking it's gonna be like a you are hired or you are not hired, right? So first one said hired. Second one said hired. I'm just opening it. Like, what is this, a present? Third one, hired. And then the last one said hired. And then when I finished looking at them, he says, I like your energy, I like your vibe, I would like you to work with us. And I was just so happy. He couldn't see it under the mask, but I was smiling so hard, literally. He was like, you seem like a very nice girl. I bet there's a beautiful smile underneath that mask. But, I was so happy. I was so happy. And when I went back to the car, they asked me, like, did you get it? I was like, yeah, I got it. So that was my interview and application process for Applebee's. It was amazing. I'm so happy I got it. I can't wait to start. I have orientation tomorrow. I'm nervous, but I've been practicing. So wish me luck. I hope I'm a great host. I think I will be though. I'm a goofball. I do stupid shit all the time. But if you have any questions, let me know down below. If you're trying to apply to Applebee's and you're nervous, just be yourself. Because I think one thing that they really enjoyed about me was that it wasn't scripted. It was just me, my authentic self. And that's what I brought to them. So, peace y'all. In the next video, I'll see you.